Edmunds just completed something most buyers can't afford to do themselves. They tested, compared, and scrutinized the entire SUV market to identify the 7 best options for 2026. Not based on marketing hype or brand prestige, but on what actually matters during ownership: reliability, long-term costs, safety performance, and genuine value. Here's what caught me off guard. The SUVs most people assume are bulletproof investments didn't even crack the top 7. Meanwhile, a few unexpected models absolutely demolished vehicles costing significantly more to own over time. By the end of this breakdown, you'll know exactly which SUVs are genuinely worth your money in 2026, which popular choices quietly drain owners' bank accounts, and why Edmunds' #1 pick completely redefines what best actually means. Let's start at number 7, because this one sets the tone for everything that follows. Number 7. Mazda CX-70. The 2026 Mazda CX-70 claims 7th place by accomplishing something rare: delivering premium experiences without premium ownership nightmares. Mazda engineered the CX-70 as a 2-row alternative to bloated 3-row SUVs, which immediately works in its favor for efficiency, usability, and cost management over the long haul. Cabin quality that punches above price. The interior refinement approaches Lexus territory rather than mainstream competitors. Excellent materials, thoughtful design choices, and a layout emphasizing visibility and comfort over trendy gimmicks. Edmunds consistently elevates vehicles that feel genuinely good to live with daily. The CX-70 accomplishes that effortlessly. Conservative engineering choices. Under the hood, Mazda sidesteps risky trends. The available powertrains prioritize smooth delivery and durability instead of chasing extreme output numbers. That matters significantly for buyers planning to keep their vehicle well past warranty expiration. Combined with predictable maintenance schedules and comprehensive safety technology, the CX-70 presents low-stress ownership, aligning perfectly with Edmunds' evaluation criteria. Driving experience. On the road, this SUV strikes an uncommon balance. It's composed and comfortable during everyday driving, yet noticeably more engaging than most competitors in this segment. That driving confidence, paired with Mazda's reputation for reliability and strong resale performance, makes the CX-70 an easy recommendation for buyers wanting upscale feel without luxury brand repair bills. In a market saturated with oversized, overcomplicated SUVs, the 2026 Mazda CX-70 distinguishes itself by doing less and executing it better. Exactly the type of vehicle Edmunds elevates when ranking the absolute best options. Number 6. Honda Passport. The 2026 Honda Passport secures 6th place because it's engineered for people who actually use their SUV, not just those who like the concept of one. Often overlooked, positioned between the compact CR-V and 3-row Pilot, that middle child status is precisely what makes it compelling for real-world ownership. Proven powertrain. Unlike modern SUVs relying on small turbocharged engines, the Passport maintains a proven, naturally aspirated V6. That matters enormously for long-term durability. Fewer forced induction components mean reduced complexity, lower repair risk as mileage accumulates, and a drivetrain proven across hundreds of thousands of vehicles. Edmunds consistently favors powertrains demonstrating longevity. This one delivers. Genuine capability. Where the Passport truly separates itself is authentic capability. This isn't a crossover masquerading as adventurous. The available all-wheel drive system includes real hardware, lockable rear differential, and terrain-specific drive modes engineered for snow, sand, and mud. Sharp contrast to competitors offering rugged-looking trims with aggressive tires but no meaningful mechanical advantages underneath. Balanced performance. On pavement, the Passport remains smooth, quiet, and easy to live with. When conditions deteriorate, it delivers the traction and ground clearance backing up its appearance. That rare combination of everyday comfort and genuine capability is exactly what Edmunds rewards heavily in rankings. Financial logic. From an ownership perspective, the Passport makes sense long after purchase. Simpler engine design, proven reliability history, and Honda's consistently strong resale values keep ownership costs predictable. For buyers wanting a durable SUV handling real use without becoming a long-term headache, the 2026 Honda Passport earns its position near the top. Number 5. Toyota Grand Highlander Hybrid. The 2026 Grand Highlander Hybrid claims 5th place by solving a problem many families don't recognize until it's too late: choosing between space and sustainable ownership costs. This SUV delivers both without forcing buyers toward full-size vehicles or the financial uncertainty of all-electric alternatives. Real family functionality. What separates the Grand Highlander from the standard Highlander is how effortlessly it handles actual family life. The third row genuinely accommodates adults, not just children, and cargo space behind it remains practical even with all seats occupied. Edmunds consistently rewards vehicles maintaining functionality under real-world conditions. This one performs. Proven hybrid technology. The hybrid system represents the real breakthrough here. Toyota's hybrid systems ranked among the most proven in the industry, and in a vehicle this large, fuel savings accumulate rapidly. Owners get strong acceleration, smooth operation, and fuel economy rivaling much smaller SUVs, all without range anxiety or long-term battery concerns still accompany full EVs. Ownership economics. From an ownership perspective, this SUV checks every Edmunds criteria: predictable maintenance, established reliability history, excellent resale value, and insurance costs remaining reasonable for a three-row family vehicle. It's engineered for buyers planning to keep their SUV well beyond warranty periods, not those flipping vehicles every 3 years. The 2026 Grand Highlander Hybrid doesn't try to impress with flash. It focuses on being efficient, spacious, and engineered to age gracefully. Exactly the type of SUV Edmunds elevates when ranking the absolute best options. Number 4. Subaru Outback. When Edmunds finalized their 2026 rankings, the Subaru Outback landed at number 4 for one straightforward reason. It delivers real-world capability without the compromises most SUVs make. It doesn't chase trends, doesn't inflate pricing with gimmicks, and doesn't charge extra for features buyers genuinely need. Standard all-wheel drive. Every 2026 Outback includes Subaru's full-time symmetrical all-wheel drive as standard equipment. No upgrade packages, no hidden trim requirements. That matters because consistent all-wheel drive performance isn't just about confidence. It directly impacts winter safety, traction in adverse weather, and long-term ownership risk. In snow-prone regions especially, vehicles like the Outback experience fewer weather-related incidents, something insurers and cost analyses don't overlook. Proven durability. Edmunds factors longevity heavily into rankings, and the Outback's track record speaks clearly. These vehicles routinely exceed 200,000 miles with proper maintenance. Because the Outback avoids overcomplicated luxury technology, it ages more gracefully than many competitors. Fewer failures, fewer expensive surprises. Day-to-day usability. Then there's daily usability. Excellent visibility, comfortable ride quality, and wide cargo area that doesn't sacrifice practicality for styling. The Outback feels straightforward and honest, a vehicle designed for people who actually use it, not just lease it for appearances. That combination of standard all-wheel drive, proven longevity, and reduced ownership stress is exactly why Edmunds placed the 2026 Subaru Outback in the top 4. Number 3. Toyota RAV4. The 2026 Toyota RAV4 secures third place for a reason that might surprise some buyers. It wins by not attempting to be exciting. This represents the definition of what people call an appliance car. In the world of long-term ownership, that's not criticism, it's high praise. Legendary durability. The RAV4's reputation for exceeding 200,000 miles isn't marketing spin. It's backed by real-world data and owner experience. Toyota prioritizes durability and consistency over flashy features that age poorly, and Edmunds heavily rewards that philosophy when ranking vehicles meant to be lived with for a decade or longer. Hybrid advantage. The hybrid versions are where the RAV4 genuinely earns its list position. Real-world fuel economy approaching 40 mpg dramatically reduces long-term fuel costs, especially compared to traditional gas SUVs in the same class. Unlike full EVs, there's no range anxiety, no charging infrastructure learning curve, and no uncertainty about how the vehicle will age long-term. Then there's resale value, one of the RAV4's quiet superpowers. These vehicles simply don't depreciate like many competitors. Even years later, used RAV4s command strong prices, directly impacting total ownership cost. That depreciation resistance is a major reason Edmunds continues ranking it so highly. RAV4 Prime performance. For buyers wanting more punch, the RAV4 Prime flips the script entirely. It delivers acceleration rivaling far more expensive luxury SUVs while offering electric-only driving for short commutes. Rare example of performance and efficiency coexisting without sacrificing reliability. The RAV4 doesn't try to impress you during test drives with gimmicks. It impresses you 5 years later when it still runs flawlessly, costs less to insure, uses less fuel, and holds value better than most alternatives. That's why even without excitement, the 2026 Toyota RAV4 keeps winning, and why Edmunds keeps ranking it among the absolute best SUVs. Number 2. Lexus TX 350h. The 2026 Lexus TX 350h earned second place by accomplishing something luxury SUVs rarely achieve, delivering comfort and refinement without transforming ownership into a financial gamble. This represents Lexus stepping away from old-school excess, focusing instead on what genuinely matters long-term: reliability, efficiency, and resale value. Toyota Hybrid Foundation. At its core, the TX 350h benefits from Toyota's proven hybrid technology, which immediately separates it from European luxury competitors. Real-world fuel economy is strong for a three-row SUV, and more importantly, the powertrain is designed for longevity. No complex turbo setups chasing performance numbers, no experimental technology aging poorly, just smooth, predictable operation that Edmunds consistently rewards in long-term evaluations. Genuine luxury. Inside, the TX delivers the quiet, comfortable driving experience buyers expect from Lexus. Materials feel premium without being fragile. Layout is intuitive, and the third row genuinely accommodates adults. It's a vehicle designed for real families, not just brief test drives. Edmunds places heavy emphasis on usability, and this SUV doesn't compromise once all seats are occupied. Ownership cost advantage. From an ownership perspective, this is where the TX 350h truly shines. Lexus vehicles historically depreciate far less than most luxury SUVs, and insurance costs tend to remain reasonable thanks to strong safety ratings and predictable repair profiles. For buyers wanting luxury without worrying about massive repair bills 5 or 7 years down the line, that matters significantly. The 2026 Lexus TX 350h isn't flashy, and it doesn't try to be. It's calm, efficient, and engineered to age gracefully. Exactly the type of SUV Edmunds elevates when ranking the absolute best options for 2026. Number 1. Honda CR-V Hybrid. Edmunds ranked the 2026 Honda CR-V Hybrid as the single best SUV you can buy in 2026 because it delivers what matters most over time: stress-free ownership. This is the SUV people purchase when they want something that works every single day, costs less to live with, and doesn't surprise them 5 years down the road. Hybrid system excellence. Honda's hybrid system is a major reason this model stands out. It offers excellent real-world fuel economy without forcing buyers into the uncertainty of full electric vehicles. No range anxiety, no charging infrastructure learning curve, and no concerns about how the vehicle will age long-term. For Edmunds, that balance between efficiency and predictability matters enormously. Reliability dominance. Reliability is where the CR-V Hybrid quietly dominates. Honda's powertrains have established track records for durability, and the CR-V's simple, proven design avoids unnecessary complexity. That translates into lower repair risk as mileage climbs and ownership costs that stay predictable, exactly the factors Edmunds weighs heavily when ranking the best SUVs, not just the newest ones. Practical interior. The interior isn't flashy, and that's intentional. Everything is laid out logically. Visibility is excellent, and comfort is prioritized over gimmicks. It's an SUV designed to be driven daily, not admired from a distance. Insurance and resale. Insurance costs also tend to remain reasonable thanks to strong safety performance and a reputation insurers understand well. Resale value is where the CR-V Hybrid quietly excels. It holds value better than most competitors, keeping total ownership costs low whether you keep it for a decade or sell it down the road. The complete package. The CR-V Hybrid doesn't try to be the most luxurious, the most powerful, or the most technologically advanced. It focuses on being the most sensible. And in the world of long-term ownership, sensible wins. That's exactly why Edmunds placed it at number 1. Look at this list carefully and you'll notice a pattern Edmunds is reinforcing. The best SUVs aren't the ones with the most features or the flashiest technology. They're the ones that work reliably year after year, cost less to operate, hold their value, and don't surprise you with expensive failures. What Edmunds prioritizes: proven powertrains over experimental technology, simple, durable designs over complex systems, strong resale values over initial prestige, real-world usability over test drive theatrics, predictable ownership costs over exciting specifications. The brands that dominate. Notice how Toyota, Honda, Mazda, and Subaru dominate this list. These manufacturers prioritize engineering that lasts over engineering that impresses for 18 months before falling apart. The missing names. Notice what's missing. No German luxury brands, no experimental EVs with uncertain long-term costs, no turbocharged complexity masquerading as efficiency. The real winner. The Honda CR-V Hybrid taking the top spot isn't surprising when you understand what Edmunds actually measures. It's not the most exciting SUV, it's the smartest one. It won't impress anyone at a stoplight, but it'll still be running flawlessly when competitors are accumulating repair bills, losing value rapidly, and consuming fuel inefficiently. Your decision. The question isn't which SUV you want to own, it's which SUV you want to own 5 years from now when the excitement wears off and reality sets in. These 7 represent the SUVs that'll still make sense when the monthly payments are gone, the warranty is expired, and you're facing real ownership costs. Final thought. Edmunds did the hard work of testing everything. They eliminated the hype, ignored the marketing, and focused on what genuinely matters during ownership. If you're buying an SUV in 2026, this list isn't just helpful, it's essential. Because the difference between choosing right and choosing wrong could easily cost you $10,000 to $15,000 over 5 years in depreciation, repairs, fuel, and insurance. Choose wisely. Choose based on data, not emotion. That's how you win at car ownership.